everyone, I'm Kiki from Meal Garden, and I'm here with Jenni and Mirna, who are the Naughty Nutritionists, and they've contributed to our Meal Garden Healthy Eating Bundle, and they've actually contributed a really great article called A Guide to Never Dieting Again. So I've got to ask, why were you drawn to create a guide for not dieting? It seems like people are doing the opposite.
Well, we think that actually that's the problem, and a lot of women are suffering from over dieting and for being in this diet cycle over and over again. And we just wanted to put an end to it and inspire women to just stop dieting. It's as simple as that.
And so I believe your guide goes through 10 different strategies. So maybe if you wanted to share just a couple of your favorites now with us today.
Yes, we have three. We have three that we want to share with you today. And the first one is really just to not cut out any food groups and just stop going on the latest fad diets, because most fad diets are cutting out either carbs or proteins or fats. And when that happens, your body starts to crave or is starving for those foods, and you end up like you might follow the diet for a while, like for a week or two, but then once the diet is over, you're just back to your old habits. Yeah. It's not long term. Yeah. So we really like to think of it very simply as in enjoy good quality carbs, complex carbs, good quality protein, lots of fruits and vegetables, and of course a bit of wine
and chocolate.
One of the key macronutrients. Yeah. Wine and chocolate.
Wine and chocolate here and there. So really that's the way we like to think of it.
Yeah. It seems like in the past everyone has been going towards like more high protein diets, and then now it seems that the high fat diets are really in, and then I almost feel like in a few years it'll be like, oh, actually it's all about the carbs. So you can tell that things are always changing. It makes more sense to actually, eat all of those different macronutrients. So that makes a lot of sense.
Just go with whole foods.
Yeah, whole foods.
Whole foods.
And number 2 was find healthier versions of the foods you love. So, like everybody else out there, we love pasta and pizza and wine and chocolate. But we don't want to eat it all the time because a lot of these foods aren't healthy for you. So we find different versions. For example, white flour you can substitute with spelt, or oat flour, or gluten-free flours. You have for sugar, there's cane sugar and maple syrup and honey. What else can you substitute?
So you can also substitute like your meats. So a lot of us do eat quite a bit of red meat, and we really like to be gentler on ourselves and on the planet. So like substituting red meat for vegetable sources of protein is another thing that you can do.
Tempeh is something that I'm really getting into.
Yeah. And it's also good for your gut.
Exactly, because it's sprouted.
Yeah.
Yes. And then so what's your third and final strategy that you're going to share with us today?
So this one is actually one of our favorites, and it's really just letting go of perfection, because a lot of us, and especially if you're going on diet after diet, you're always thinking that you have to do the all or nothing. So you either have to be dieting 100% of the time and exercising and all of that, or just doing nothing at all and going on a binge or splurge. So we really like to think that just letting go of that perfection, loving your body more, is just a much better way to be healthy.
And that's interesting that you say that, because that's feedback that I hear from Meal Garden users as well, is they almost feel guilty that they're not planning every meal, or they're saying like, oh yeah, like need to get more into meal planning this week, like I don't have all my dinners done and all my lunches done. But you know what, at the end of the day, we don't expect our Meal Garden users to like plan out every single meal. It just doesn't make sense. It's, a balance. It's about, what about you just plan one meal next week and feel proud of that? So I guess it's the same thing with dieting. If you're following a strict regimen and then you kind of fall off the wagon, then it's easier to throw in the towel versus just kind of going day by day and taking small steps where it makes sense.
It's all about the progress.
Yes.
And letting go of guilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And there are more tips for never dieting again, and they are in the healthy eating bundle in Meal Garden. So I encourage you guys to check it out. And thank you so much to the Naughty Nutritionists.
Thank you.